This episode is brought to you by the Ultimate Girls Trip. Here is our reoccurring daydream. Us at a drool-worthy pool, surrounded by our business besties. We just finished a powerful exercise on building our dream lives and executing our business goals. Join us if you are ready to be celebrated for taking up space, to feel purposeful, and to live a life of fulfillment. Go to proofitspossible.com for more info. Welcome to Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are multifaceted entrepreneurs, the founders of the Ultimate Girls Trip, and the hosts of Proof It's Possible. Jamie and I are also sisters, best friends, and complete opposites, but somehow we always manage to stay on the same team. Join us every week to hear our thoughts on all things entrepreneurship, friendship, family, pulp culture, and more. Welcome back. Today we're talking about something so fun and kind of silly, but as a child, I loved the high life, like lifestyles of the rich and famous. I watched movies where the mom was like this glamour woman.
Her favorite movie as a child was Overboard with Goldie Hawn, where
I love that one.
Goldie Hawn is like a super rich lady who lives on a yacht and falls overboard and hits her head and forgets about her old life. Anyways, carry on.
I'll tell you all my favorite movies coming up here, but what we're talking about and why we're talking about this is we want to talk about the things that we thought made you rich, or what meant you were rich or
fancy
when we were kids. Like, what did that mean to us as a child? And we think it's like a fun thing to A, just reminisce about, but B, what did you think? Like, we definitely want to hear from you at the end of this one.
Yes.
But for me as a kid, I was obsessed with fanciness. So our mom didn't wear lipstick. And this is trauma with a little T here that I'm going to get into. But I thought lipstick was just so nice and fancy. And my grandma wore lipstick. So I thought, wow, what a amazing lady. What a style icon.
She also always had dangly earrings, which I thought were just, I mean, if there was a physical sign of wealth, it was your dangly earrings.
Absolutely. She also, if you went digging in her closet, had big hat boxes. She had a couple of evening gowns and lots of high heels.
Yes.
And I thought, wow, she's got it all. I mean, keep in mind,
I feel like hat boxes. If I was to run into someone's closet today and saw a hat box, I'd be like, wow.
With the fancy lady hat in it? Oh, yeah, I died.
Yeah,
100%. And like, keep in mind, this is a farm. She lived on a farm when I'm digging in a closet. It's a 2-bedroom farmhouse. It is not the like hat box lady you're envisioning. But I took it upon myself from the lipstick, realizing that lipstick was awesome and fancy things were awesome, to like be obsessed with like New York City and movies about New York City or Los Angeles, or so I loved movies like what's
Troop Beverly
Hills. So the mom smoked a cigarette in the movie with one of those like fancy porcelain
things.
Yeah,
cigarette
extender. Like, I don't even know the point of them. And I didn't like smoking. I didn't think smoking was cool, but I was like, now that's how you have a cigarette. As a 6-year-old.
When I'm older, that's how I'm going to try it.
And what I realized is like the gas station's probably not going to sell you one of those extenders. So I just kind of forgot about that dream, unfortunately.
You know what I thought was super fancy?
What?
Escalators.
Why?
I don't know. I felt like all the fanciest places had an escalator.
Oh my gosh.
Like, for part of my childhood, I grew up in a city that had a 1-floor mall. Like, it was all one level. Right. So like when you went to the big city, they had escalators.
Some of my earliest memories, I got over this quickly because this became more common, but we always lived in a bungalow. And I thought people with an upstairs, that is something to talk about.
The more floors your house had. If you had like a 5-level split, I was like,
whoa. Unbelievable.
You might as well live in a mansion. They're same, one and the same.
Exactly. And as I got a little bit older and like more in tune, I started really digging deep into these movies that I would watch, these like kind of teen movies or whatever. So I thought everything from curved staircases, double staircases. Like if a house had 2 staircases in the foyer, I thought, wowsies, that was amazing. I started even as I got a tiny bit older, zeroing in on glassware. And I remember mom and dad were having a party and mom pulled out like wine glasses, but was serving champagne. And I was like, these won't do. No, I know better. My mom's like, you're 12. What are you talking about? And I'm like, well, a champagne flute is tall and skinny. I see it all the time in my movies. So you're just serving like a Scooby-Doo old wine glass, and it's not okay. I mean,
nobody knows what Scooby-Doo is. Just so you know.
Well, Scooby-Doo just means like kind of ratty. And Penn, Jamie's youngest, watched the movie Scooby-Doo, but he was always calling it Scooby-Doo, and I thought that was so cute. So I turned it into just a way to describe something that's a little bit, not great.
Not great. Other things I thought were really fancy was a floral arrangement at the front door.
Oh, okay. Weird.
So, like, when you walk into a fancy hotel and there's a huge floral arrangement.
I mean, that is.
It still is. It still is a sign of like a fancy hotel.
Absolutely.
Long nails.
Yes,
long nails. It was like that was it for me. Like, you couldn't be fancier. You just couldn't.
I agree.
Didn't get fancy.
All the like fancy things, like high heels, long nails, a nice power ladies skirt business suit. You were and like how you were saying at the beginning that what's that movie called that you mentioned?
Overboard.
No, Overboard. No, the other movie I was going to tell you about was I watched recently. I made Darren watch it, and he did not like it. And it was about the two twin sisters that they got split up at birth.
Yes, I know this movie, but I don't know. Midler. Yes.
Oh, I can't think of the name of it. Anyways, two sisters get sent to the country, two sisters get sent to the city, but they're the opposite twins. So there's a redhead and a darkhead in each twin set. And the redhead is the like original New York City family, and she got sent, the one redhead, and she always dressed in these fancy things, and she was carrying like, which I didn't even know at the time, but she was carrying like a Louis Vuitton in the movie, like things like that I was like, I don't know what this is, but man, it looks good. It sure looks good. And so I thought that like staying in a fancy hotel and buying your clothes, like, because each set of girls ends up in the same hotel and buying their clothes from like the lobby store. That's very fancy.
That is fancy.
It is fancy. And like, honestly, but there's better stores to shop at.
Yeah. Because usually it's like resort wear. Like
exactly. I'm like, this isn't where you'd actually want to buy any of your clothes. But
totally.
I thought that was a sign of fanciness. I thought room service in a hotel, very nice, very fancy. Yes. I enjoyed that. But not just like buying out of the fridge. Like getting
No. You get to order it up. You get to call it in.
The cart showed up. I thought that was really nice.
When I was young, I also believed that like a car phone was just top notch. Couldn't get better.
A limousine really hit in a good way for me too. Like, that was a neat experience. I thought, wow.
We got to ride a limousine. I don't think you were with us. I don't know where you were, but it was Grandma and Grandpa's anniversary party in Edmonton. Were you with us?
No, I wasn't.
So. Anyway, they got us a limousine to get to the party, like all the grandkids. And this kid rode up on his bike and knocked on the window when we were stopped at a light. Like, nobody we knew, obviously. Knocked on the window, and he was like, do you guys have any Grey Poupon in there?
That's so stupid. But honestly, think how fun when you're with all your cousins for that moment to happen.
Oh, and I was like, what is Grey Poupon?
It's from a movie, that line.
I know. I knew in that moment, but I still didn't know what exactly. It was. It's a fancy mustard, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Anyways. Just all the things that were like signs of wealth. Some still hold true for me. And some are the exact opposite. Like,
totally.
Like long nails. They're just like, for me, they're like mostly what teenagers do. So like the opposite of wealth. Yeah. Like a teenager has no money. None.
Exactly. Totally. Their parents might have money, and that's how they got them.
Yeah.
The other thing that was always a real ace in the hole, you're a true rich person, and like, I think it's more attainable now, but maybe not. And it's also has a lot to do with where you live, but is a pool in your backyard. I thought anyone with a pool in their backyard what a life.
Elevator in your house too.
Oh, an elevator. I never really actually knew a person with an elevator in their house.
I heard of a person once.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not true. One of my friends, when I was really little, they had an elevator in their house, and they also had a sauna. And I thought, okay, this place has got it all.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I also was shocked the first time I saw an elevator in a house about how small and insignificant it felt. I was envisioning like a hotel lobby elevator with big gold doors. Yeah. Like huge, it could fit 2 luggage carts and 5 people. And then when like the single size elevator in someone's house opened, I was like,
what do you mean?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with this thing?
Yeah.
Well, and yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, but just honestly, an elevator in the house is still a really nice one for me. I like it.
Is, yeah.
It's a sign of good things for sure.
Yeah.
Even to this day.
Yeah, for sure.
I know there's so many funny things that like as a kid you value that you just don't. I can't even remember what I thought. All the things I thought. Do you remember in Clueless how she had that fancy computer type of closet system where she could match her outfits? Yeah. And like that never really came to life.
But why? Like I'm a little surprised by that.
Totally. I know.
Because I would like to flip through my app to remind me of what's in my closet.
Oh, for sure. And like if it could also push it to the front for me so I don't have to go searching. Yeah. That would be really good. Yeah. Like somebody make this happen. Because the movie Overboard, he also made like a shoe kind of carousel that I thought, wow, that'd be nice. And honestly, I'm still kind of waiting for one and myself. It's still an aspiration I have.
They exist, but you do have to be a rich person to be able to afford it. So
okay,
they're out there.
Yeah, that's true. Now, just like a basic closet, if you have like anything in your closet, you're like, wow, look at this nice $35,000 closet.
Exactly.
And all it has is 2 hanging rods and a laundry basket.
Exactly.
I know. So we're just grateful we've got hanging rods at this point.
Okay, this is so fun. I want to hear what everybody else thought was like a sign of wealth when you were young.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye, guys.
We are so grateful you're here.
It would mean the world to us if you'll subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel and leave us a review.
If you want to hear more from us, go to proofitspossible.com to join our mailing list and find our social links so you don't miss a thing.
Thanks, and chat next time.